Attack on Titan is one of the most profound and thought-provoking anime ever created. While its visually stunning animation, intense fight scenes, horror, and graphic elements are major draws, the series is widely praised for its depiction of real-world issues such as warfare, discrimination, corruption, the cycle of hatred, and genocide. By weaving these mature and dark themes into its story, Attack on Titan transcended the typical shonen mold and became a critically acclaimed series that resonates with adult audiences. There are so many messages and lessons you can take away from the series, but the most important theme, in my opinion, is moral ambiguity. The idea that justice is subjective, what's right or wrong, often depends on one's perspective. This theme is what makes Attack on Titan so compelling. It challenges us to question our understanding of justice and morality altogether. Throughout the story, we're constantly forced to evaluate who the true heroes and villains are. Is it Eren, Reiner, Zeke, the Eldians, or the Malians? The narrative reminds us that morality isn't black and white. It is shaped by circumstances, upbringing, and the lens through which we view the world. For example, have you ever wondered, what if Reiner were the protagonist? What if the story were told through his perspective? Would we root for him, even though his mission was to infiltrate the walls and destroy the people inside? Most of us probably would, because it's all about whose lens we see through, who we get emotion attached to first. When it was revealed that Reiner was an armored titan, I never imagined I would sympathize with him, let alone feel sorry for him, because it was such a gut punch. I felt betrayed and furious. Like, how could you do this? Weren't you a surrogate dad for them? How could you pretend to be friends for years and then turn on them like that? It's repulsive and inhumane. I was just pissed. On top of that, seeing Reiner being whiny about it, being conflicted on his mission, just made me angrier. I was like, now feeling guilty? But then, the story humanizes him. He also has loved ones to protect, and responsibilities weighing him down. As a child, he was oppressed and segregated by Malians, indoctrinated to believe that the people inside the walls were devils. The only way to earn dignity and a place in society was to serve the military and endure a horrific mission. He never wanted this dark path, but he had no choice. So he convinced himself that his mission was righteous, that the people inside the walls were monsters who deserved their fate. But then, reality struck. He saw humanity within the walls. He thought he was determined to be a warrior and follow the mission no matter what, but ended up bonding with these supposed devils. This led to an internal conflict. He was supposed to see them as enemies, but he genuinely cared for them. To survive this contradiction, his mind split into two personas, one as a warrior, the other as a soldier. Although he escaped Island and returned home, Reiner's psychological struggles intensified, constantly haunted by lives he took and the friends he betrayed. His guilt consumed him, driving him to the brink of suicide. Seeing his side of the story changed my perspective. I mean, how could you blame the guy after learning what he went through? He was just a kid and a victim of indoctrination and a war. But from the point of view of the people inside the walls, Reiner is still a terrorist, a threat to be dealt with. This is the brilliance of Attack on Titan. It forces us to realize that justice is subjective. What defines a hero or villain depends on perspective. Hajime Sayama doubles down the theme by turning Eren, the protagonist, into the ultimate villain. This major shift in protagonist sparks a discussion. Should we keep rooting for Eren? Is genocide ever justified if it's to protect the people you love? By this in story, we fully understand that justice on one side requires the suffering of another. This dynamic is a catalyst for the never-ending cycle of hatred. Gabi's character arc drove this point home. Sasha's death is one of the most heartbreaking moments in the series, making Gabi one of the most hated characters. But from Gabi's perspective, Sasha was a terrorist, a soldier who killed her people and destroyed her home. She was driven by the same desperation and love that motivated Eren and Reiner to protect family and friends. Because we spent 4 seasons growing attached to Sasha, we're conditioned to hate Gabi without considering her motivation. We're so biased that we don't even try to understand where she's coming from. But if we set aside our bias and switch perspectives, Gabi's actions make perfect sense. Attack on Titan often challenges us to empathize with opposing sides by humanizing every faction, diving deep into their motivations and fears. Few stories shift perspectives as frequently and effectively as AOT. It makes us question our own moral assumptions and learn the value of empathy and forgiveness. In the real world, what one group sees as righteous, another may see as monstrous. This meticulous exploration of morality, justice, and human nature elevates Attack on Titan beyond a mere anime. It serves as a lens through which we can better understand history, propaganda, and survival instincts.